we have to ask about Jones. This Jones Adesanya stuff. It's on different levels than even you guys were, right? I mean, what are you making out of this whole thing?
Well, because Adesanya is one of those new internet kids, right? These internet kids don't even need to verify if something's true. They use it. There's a rumor, they use it, which is actually quite astounding because there was a rumor that Jones hid under that cage for years. Adesanya somehow got him to admit to doing it. He actually got him to admit to doing it. So, I mean, there's obviously a method to his madness. And I thought when that started and he kept going after Jones, I was like, man, I can only imagine how many plates or like coffee mugs Jones broke in his house that night because he's so mad. But then when he got him to admit that, it was nuts. But Jones has had some good comebacks too. You know, it's been good. And if you're Israel Adesanya, you just don't fight him. Because you know how mad he is, right? Could you imagine making this man as mad as he is making him and just not fighting him? Because it doesn't seem like Izzy's ready to fight him right now, but I think this is the matchup. I think it would be a fantastic fight too.
Well, that's what's interesting, right? Is like it doesn't even seem like they're ready to fight. So why? Are
Well,
they
Jones wants to fight him. Like Jones wants to fight him. Like everybody talks about Jones, but Jones is a fighter, man. He'll fight you. He'll fight anybody, and he wants to fight Adesanya. But Izzy won't even fight him. Like, which is the most. It's like just like picking on somebody constantly, but at a distance. Like I'm away from you, and I'm not saying Adesanya's scared, but Adesanya says I need my time. You said you were going to heavyweight 10 years ago. You're finally doing it now. You know, why can't I have time? It's very fascinating the way that these two interact with you. It's nasty, but these rivalries tend to get nasty. I mean, Jones and it was not nice, and they tend to get nasty, but that makes it fun for fans.
Think they will fight at some point?
I hope they fight at some point. I think it's a very interesting matchup, and I think that Adesanya is just improving every time out. So if I'm Jones, I'm fighting him sooner than later. If I can get him in there. Because remember, this guy's only been here for a couple of years. And now he looks like he's going to hold the belt forever. I mean, what he did to Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa's still delusional. I mean, I like Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa's like, sign the contract. What contract? There's no contract, Paulo. It's not coming. Like, after what happened a couple weeks ago, there's no contract coming. Like, just go fight somebody and just take it. Like, but then I'm like, Izzy, leave him alone, man. You keep picking on Paulo Costa. He's dead. Paulo Costa's dead. Leave the dude alone. You're putting pictures on the internet of the guy, kick him when he's down. It's a different world these guys are operating in today, man. And usually, you win and you kind of move on, but man, for days, I started feeling bad for Paulo Costa. And then when he started responding, it actually got worse. Like, come on, man. Just take your licks. Just take your licks and just don't even say anything.
Last question for you, man, and here's how I'll preface it, because every time you and I sit down and have an interview, I feel like I have to ask you one question about Conor McGregor, and I almost always apologize for it, because Conor's not involved in this fight, at least directly right now. But there were reports that came out, Dana White had said that his plan was to have you and Conor coach on The Ultimate Fighter if you won this fight against Justin. And then what Dana said is that you shut that down, that you're like, no, I have just no interest in doing it. Is it done? Like, is this going to be the last time I ever ask you about Conor McGregor? Is it just over? Are you never, ever going to fight the guy, or do you think it's still possible?
This Ultimate Fighter with him, this is good attention for him. I don't want to give him this. I never give him this. Even they give me $5 billion. Even they give me UFC. I never do this, This is good attention for him. And done. Everything is done. October 6th, I finish him, and I finish everything about him, And I have new challenge. Dustin Poirier, now Justin Gaethje. We'll see who's gonna be next, but I don't think it's gonna be Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor just bought the very first ever Lamborghini motor yacht. And if it sounds cool in the title, it's because it's actually a pretty cool piece of machinery. Lamborghini has teamed up with a company called the Italian Sea Group Technomar, and they designed a motor yacht that was inspired by the various Lamborghini cars that have become famous for being if you're rich and famous, you know what a Lamborghini looks like. It is at a boat that looks like a car. I don't know why I'm stumbling over this. They announced this thing back in June. The starting price is like $3.9 million. And Conor McGregor, while he's out in Italy right now, stopped by the offices and decided to order one for next year. Take a look at Conor with the guy who runs the boat making company. And then you can see a picture of the boat next to a car. This thing is insane. 63 feet long, 24 tons, has a top speed of 60 knots, roughly 70 miles an hour. Like I said, it's completely customizable. He calls it a supercar of the sea, a rocket ship, if you will. 4,000 horsepower engine, dual engine, twin turbo. It's just insane. And he's got all these issues off, outside the octagon, but he's still, he's not bothered enough to stop from spending like a maniac. We told you for his birthday, he got that brand new super expensive watch, and now he's got a super expensive yacht to wear it with, I guess.
I think this definitely shows that Conor McGregor is coming back to fight, whether it's Poirier or somebody else. But this is perfect for him. We know Conor loves extravagant stuff, like you said, Evan. We've seen him in fast cars in the past. And I think this is the perfect boat for him. It's just awesome, and it's totally Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I was going to say, to me, Conor McGregor likes anything flashy, anything that's going to get attention. It just seems that way just by his actions. So he's already a showman on it, like in the ring, off the ring. It's why people like him. So of course he's going to get a Lamborghini yacht. Like, what?
I'm concerned because this is a very fast vehicle, right? It goes roughly 70 miles an hour, and it's not made to just kind of like dink around out there.
It's not like a pontoon boat.
You buy a Lamborghini boat because you want to go fast, like Ricky Bobby. And my concern with Conor McGregor is he's a little reckless and careless when it comes to this stuff in the past. And I'm concerned that he's going to get out there and zoom around like a maniac and someone will get hurt. It's not like Conor McGregor hasn't done dumb stuff before. So hopefully if he does buy this, look, he was at the dealership with his young children and his fiance, so I would imagine that it's going to be like a family boat. I just hope that he is safe with this thing and be a responsible boat owner, because they're fun, it's a good time, but they're also super dangerous. So just be careful. Enjoy it. You earned it. We made a lot of money with your whiskey and the fighting and all that stuff, but just don't hurt yourself, man.
People still always talk about you and Amanda. She just had a baby. I think I've talked to you about this in the past. Have you had a chance to speak with her or, say congratulations for having the baby with Nina? Anything like that yet?
We don't talk each other so long, just see each other, know about the hate each other, nothing to do about this. But, we different spot, but if I see her, for sure, I'm gonna congrats for that. And I don't know, she's gonna fight next one. I think Meg Anderson. Probably she's gonna be a trainee. I know everybody wants to see this fight, and let's see make this fight happen. I don't have the opportunity to have the rematch before, but for sure in the future, if Dana White would like to do, for sure I would like to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you be interested in a cross promotion? You and Scott and Dana and Amanda, and you can have a UFC Bellator and do the rematch that all the fans want to see.
Yes, the best promoter is the best fights the fans would like to watch, and let's wait and see what's gonna happen. We open for that. Scott Coker say already open for that. Just the other side have to agree.
Fans are so excited, and you of course are the main event. I looked at the odds because I like to see what the betting odds are. You are a huge favorite. How about that going into a fight where it seems like people think your opponent has no chance to beat you because you're so good?
I always in my career, I don't have some. I'm not underdog too much in my career.
Never.
But I never look for these things like underdog. I never look because I don't like to look. I think I'm blessed to have the people think I'm the favorite. I work really hard for getting that win, and I don't know, but I always respect my opponents. I think when they step in the octagon for fight, they're ready. And I'm ready. I hope it will be a great fight. Now, thank you guys for the opportunity to be here. Remember, it's October pink. My clothes are going to be pink. And for girls, remind, go to the doctor, do the exams, and for support everyone. The real champions fight every day for their lives. And I'm really happy to be here. And don't forget Thursday nights. It's gonna be amazing, and I feel very blessed to have the opportunity. Thank you for having me with you guys.